Okay, today it's time for studying. So, according to this book, this is what I'm learning the pattern from. And yeah, here we go. And this helps pretty much. This is very good. This will help my, you know, this will make up my, this will make up for my lost sense of English, and I hope with this book I'll get the hang of speaking again. Because it's been now 4 months, 4 months since I went back to Korea. I just said went back instead of came back, This means I'm losing my sense every time. The more you just feel comfortable in your comfort zone, the less you'll get. Okay? So that's what I'm going through now. So I need motivation. I need motivation. Yeah, just in a lot of what happened in Australia, economy stats. Every time, whenever I go outside, it was such a challenge, with language barrier. Even when you order something at the shopping, when you go to the shop, or when you order something at a franchise store, like franchise restaurant, like McDonald's, something like that, especially drive-through, when you listen to natives question like what can I do for you, like okay, you're in the car, and then when you listen to the clerks saying, then you might not understand it, and which is embarrassing me. So maybe that is why I might have avoided drive-through. So instead of that, I preferred getting inside and then just order it in person. Yet I kind of feel ashamed, but it was true. So, somehow I might have not liked it. I might have not liked communication with them. That means you're less comfortable with that. For the most part, my Australian working holiday life was good. It's been so good so far, but nevertheless, there was something I am not satisfied with, and that language. I know you will never ever be satisfied with your performance in your language skill, but still, that's who I am. I'm a man who always chase perfection. Even though it's impossible, I know, but it's what it is. I always used to hear that. I used to hear that for a beginner and for a Korean, your English is very good, and you sound like Australian sometimes, or American, or British. Um, I mean, from Korean. Okay, not native. And then some Australian guys told me that I do not have any Korean accent. Yeah, I agree, but there's that has nothing to do with my ability of English, I guess. So, what I would like to hear in the future, just wherever I am, is going to be like this, like for a Korean. Ah, just scratch that. I forgot it. It's not like I, you know, bring myself down every day, but sometimes it's necessary, for your next chapter. For your next chapter, like motivation, just to stay motivated. hmm To stay, to stay true to in that. To stay true to what I'm chasing. Like, oh my, if my pronunciation is getting worse, I guess. I don't know why, but because of that muscle memory, when you not use it, it disappears, So, that is the last thing I want. Therefore, otherwise, I'm in really good condition. I'm recovering it now. After 2 years of manual handling task, you know, I can't help thinking that I'm getting better. Absolutely getting better. Still painful, but I still have a pain in my back, but recovering it now. Otherwise, I'm in good. I'm in really good condition. Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow is going to be a day. Tomorrow is going to be a day that's um I'm going to hang out with my friend who wants to be going to Australia with working holiday visa. Mm. I want to be a help to him, and I will. He's kind of into mining industry, and I'm gonna test him. English test. Uh, I don't think I deserve testing someone, but it's something mandatory, when you go overseas, especially English speaking country like Australia, America, UK, Canada, something like that. It's mandatory. It's definitely necessary for you to be good at English. Well, people have different standards, but at least you need to communicate with them. At least you gotta be able to communicate with them, okay? To live in there. Seriously. Otherwise, what's gonna happen? You'll be isolated. Yeah, that's what I had. Unfortunately, like first 2 or 3 months, for first 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I got isolated because I was surrounded with very, very random people in my first company. I was the only Asian there who lived in Asia before that. So culturally and language, lingually, um, I felt lonely, and there was nothing I could do because I've got no choice but to stick around there. You know, that was about that was just right after I submitted about like at least over 200 or 300 resumes on website, Australian website named Seat.com. So that was my first company to offer me. Mm-hmm. I was desperate, and I just wanted to stick around as much as I can, as long as I can. So, but at the same time, there was some racism as well. I don't know though if that was racism or just a language barrier, but could be both. Mm. And even foods as well. When it comes to that job, the job was drilling and offsiding, and I had to cook for others, especially westernized, very westernized, like mashed potato, steak. What else like? So I had to cook something I haven't even eaten before in my life, but I had to do it in the caravan, sharing beds, taking turns with my cross shift. When I was on day shift, I had to share my bed bedroom with night shift, and I'm not racist, but they smell were like yeah. I remember one day when I cooked mashed potato and didn't know how to do it. I just tried to smash them by hands. Could be, it would have been hands, I guess. Um, anyway, I was like, oh, this might do. This might work. And then I showed my driller what I made, and he goes, "Oh shit, Jesus!" And then he cooked for me instead. Yeah, I can't imagine. How dumb did I look. I mean, how dumb I looked to him. I can't imagine how dumb I did look to him. Okay, but that's what I asked. You know, you might be ashamed of yourself, and you might be so painful, even though you're innocent. But sometimes there's misunderstanding as well. So you need to deal with that. You need to face them. But that language barrier, especially when you get mad, gets bigger and gets more solid. So you can't help but being homesick sometimes. But you just hang in there. Just stay with that. Okay, stick with it. That's how you live. That's how you survive in the on the other side of the world. Oh, shit, my English. Shit, my English.